Hi everyone, I'm back and I'm going to be talking about what goes in your containers. So, hopefully your containers have come. If not, just pay attention to this and refer back to it when your stuff comes. You will still need the 21-day fixed eating guide, and you'll open up to page 22 where it says Portionology 101. The main thing about this program is eating the right food in the correct portions, okay? So, it tells you a little brief intro, but it goes page by page what goes in the containers. So, the green container is vegetables, easy to remember, and this you're going to eat the most of, okay? This container and your protein, red, are going to be the same number, okay? So, this has a list of all the vegetables that are included, pretty much everything. Some things, if you're like, it's not there, but I love it, like corn, well, that's a carb, and it's on another page. I uploaded a blank grocery list, which I personally love because it's broken up by each area of the store. And what I did was I went through this page, and I looked for things that I like and would eat, and I just jotted them down on the grocery list. Like, for example, every week I buy baby carrots because I like them and they're easy. I don't like okra. Obviously, I wouldn't get that. But sometimes I get cabbage, sometimes not. So it's pretty much all your vegetables. And what baby carrots, though, you could fit more in here, but it says 10. Everything else, what fits in here works. And things like spinach, you can put it in raw or you can put it in cooked, whatever you prefer. Since you have to eat a lot of these, I usually put a container of spinach or kale right into my Shakeology so that way that I get it in and I don't taste it and I'm certainly eating all my vegetables. So that's this page. The next page is purple, and that's your fruit. Okay, it's the same size as the green, which is a cup, but it is less quantity, either one container or two containers less than your vegetables. So I think the main thing is it's a half a banana, and it tells you like tangerine too small. Also, you have to count salsa, even though it's a vegetable, in here, which I love. Use it all the time, and it's the pico de gallo kind. So remember, vegetables, fruit. The next one is protein, and as you probably remember, I just said it's the same amount as your vegetables, okay? So you're going to turn the page, and it will tell you some protein. Pretty much lean meat, chicken breast, 2 eggs count as it, all that. What I do that's most helpful for me is I will buy a big club pack of chicken at Wegmans, like $1.99 a pound, and I'll slice them all up a little smaller. I'll marinate them, and then I'll grill the whole thing. That way then it's all grilled, and I'll put it in little baggies, and I'll freeze the rest. So like each day I might take out a baggie, which is 1 serving, that I can put on my salad at lunch or have for dinner. So that is the red container. The next container is carbs. Now that's getting a little smaller, and you usually have the same amount of fruit and carbs, okay? The carbs, the key with these is white is bad. So brown rice, quinoa, whole wheat noodles, all that good stuff. And it gives you a list here. Then we go to our blue container. And everybody gets one of these, and it has avocado, raw nuts, hummus, and your cheeses. And you can have regular cheese. One thing I will say, the raw nuts, because there's not extra oil to it, but my mom shared with me how she'll buy them and then she'll toast them herself in the oven and they taste better. You do have to check though, because with the nuts, it gives you a specific number to eat, like 12 almonds or 8 cashews, not how many fit in here, okay? And then your next page is the orange container. You're probably wondering, Carrie, why do I have two when you said we only get one? Well, that's if you lose one, or you want to pack it in your lunch for dressing and then you don't want to wash it later. So this is more raw nuts, raw seeds, flaxseed, olives, peanuts, shredded coconut, and your 21-day fix salad dressings, which are on page 56. If you're like me and don't want to keep thumbing through this book, I uploaded yesterday a quick reference sheet, and it has some extra things added to it since the book was printed. But I'm also going to post a picture of a link for an app on your phone, and you punch in your weight, and it figures out how many containers for you. And then you can push on each, like the green, and it will list everything, so it's right there in your pocket. I will also add a reference sheet of how big these are. Like, I know these are a cup. I don't quite remember these two, but if they're dirty and you don't want to buy another set, you can use a measuring cup. That too. Also, they do not give you a teaspoon because they assume everybody has one. It'd be less clutter. But here are all the things you can have for a teaspoon. So, for example, peanut butter is on it. Now, it's got to be just peanuts, but if you're like me, who loves peanut butter, I'm like, score, that I can have, these. I'll put them in my shake. I'll put them with an apple, etc., etc. So, check out the menus, the blank grocery list, and the tip sheet if you want, but don't get too overwhelmed, and certainly refer back to this if you have questions.